So I am kind of your relief. The only thing I could think of was comic relief, but I'm not going to really be that funny. I'm going to read you some instructions on your chairs. You will have found a sealed piece of paper that says "Do not open." You have a mystery to solve. Each one is sealed with a different color dot. There are 7 different color dots. Those of you who haven't received them, if there's one, well, I think what we're going to do is just pick your favorite color and add yourself to that group. You look around the room. There are pieces of paper on the wall. I don't know if I can tell from here. Orange, yellow, I think, purple, green, blue, pink, and red. So one of those colors should be on your clue. When you begin, you and the others with the same color dot will gather by the colored paper that's on the wall. Once you are all gathered, and there are lots of us, so kind of squeeze together. Once you are all gathered, you will be given the okay to open the first clue. I will give you that okay. They are numbered 1 through 10. Some of you will have duplicates. There are only 10 clues. There are more than 100 of you or 70 of you, so some will have more than one. Some will have duplicates. So once you've opened and read the first clue, you can open clue number 2 and then number 3, etc. Working together, you need to figure out what continent. Oh, by the way, the name of this game is something like Continental Clues, Continental Crazy. You make it up. This is something that hopefully you can take back to your libraries. It is not currently up on the CLA website, but it will be. When you have figured out which continent all the clues are true for, and some of them will be true for more than one continent, once you have figured out which continent they are all true for, then you come up here. I have 7 different shapes, no continental names on them. You'll have to figure out which one is the right continent. You can send up a group of 3 from your group. This line here, I don't know how many of you can see it on the wall, that's the equator. And we're going to put each continent on the map. We're going to make the left of it kind of the Greenwich Mean Time. So you put it up, make sure that the country you have, if the equator runs through it, make sure that you put it in the right place. The first one to get their continent right and get it up gets the bigger prize, but everybody gets a prize for participating. So, let me make sure I've read all the instructions. We are going to try to continue until all of the continents are placed, but we do have a time limit, so we may have to stop before that happens. So, in an orderly fashion, please go gather by your colored paper and wait for me to say you may open your first clue. All right. Go ahead, open clue number 1. And once you've read that, if you don't know the answer after clue number 1, just continue opening clues in order because they are the most difficult to the easiest, theoretically. Do we have a winner? All right, everybody find your seats again. Thank you so much. Let me tell you a little bit about the way that this was done. And the winner, oh, by the way, who was here the first one? Where's the lady who was the first? Oh. All right, well, I have prizes for everybody, and you can just pick what you want. The way this was done was first coming up with some kind of an idea where we would be using the theme of the summer reading program, and I thought around the world would be great. So around the world, continents, some clues do a little research. I tried to find 2 corroborating sources. I don't vouch for every single fact being accurate. If somebody wants to argue with me, go right ahead. Find at least 10 clues. It's harder to find. I found 13 or 14 for some, but some of those continents, you know, how much can you say about Antarctica without really giving it away in the first 3 clues? I typed out 1 clue on a paper. I did that by I had them in an Excel file, and I just did in Word, I did where you insert the field, and it just went through, and I used that as the database, and it did it really quickly, and it was very easy to do that. As you can see, the paper was folded with 7, each one had a different color dot. I wrote the number of the clue. I tried to make the hardest ones be the first ones, and then they got easier theoretically as you went along to number 10 being something I figured if you haven't figured it out by number 10, then this one will give it away. So hopefully that worked. The continents I got from MapQuest.com. They're not, as you can see, they're not actually the same ratio. You know, they're not the same size. What's the word I'm thinking of? Scale. Thank you. They're not to the same scale. Obviously, one color for each continent hung up around the wall so that you have places to gather. Hopefully, you'll have more space than we have in these little aisles here. Horizontal line for the equator, you might want to do one. What I had meant to say was the international date line. I said the Greenwich Mean Time. So you choose. You could use either one as a vertical reference. And something to stick up the papers. I wasn't anticipating that thumbtacks would not work on this wall. Neither would tape. It was a little harder to do, but know your space ahead of time. Figure out whether you're going to use tape or something else. And then have prizes available for everybody. So what I have up on the website will be the clues for the 7 continents that I found, and I have extra ones on there. I have these instructions up there as well. And I think that's it. So I hope that helps, and I hope you can find that easy to use, and I hope you had a little fun in the meantime. So thank you.